Hey there, Ryan Reynolds here. It's a new year, and you know what that means. No, not the diet. Resolutions. A way for us all to try and do a little bit better than we did last year. And my resolution, unlike big wireless, is to not be a raging and raise the price of wireless on you every chance I get. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Welcome to season 188. Welcome to the first episode. We starting the year off strong, but I'm pretty much doing the same thing that I'm doing. that I've been doing. And yeah, that's ranting about video games. You guys should know me by now. You know I'm gonna have to start the year off strong with some video games. And I figured, you know what? Let's start off with the video game that's been in development the longest, because I did do a video talking about this game today. I don't know when exactly that video will come out, but I am going to try to have that video out sometime this week. So, but anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk about the video game Star Citizen. And yeah, overall, like, the developing for that video game, it shouldn't have went as long as it did. You know, and the game is still in development. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, while I was doing this video, I found out that the game's been in development for 15 years. Like, the development started in 2010. I'm like, bruh, I was just getting out of high school or middle school and just starting high school. And you mean to tell me years later, where I'm literally a year away from turning 30, this game went into development when I wonder, when exactly did the game go into development? When did Star Citizen go into development? They said the game was announced in 2012 and was followed by a successful Kickstarter campaign which drew over $2 million. However, after more than a decade in development, no projected date for the end of early access in Star Citizen is currently given. Okay, so that's like when the game was announced, but I did see somewhere that the game went into development in 2010. And then it released in so it went into development in 2010, they announced it in 2012, and then it released in 2017. That's crazy. That is honestly insane. But anyways, was it in this development tab? So there was like Star Citizen, alright, background. So they said in the background section, Star Citizen is under development by Cloud Imperium Games, a studio founded by Chris Roberts, Solly Roberts, and Ortwin Freiermuth or something like that in 2012. While working on at Origin Systems from 1990 to 1996, Robert became known for groundbreaking. Okay, so there's that. Where did pre-production of Star Citizen began in 2010? Okay, so I was about to say with production starting in 2011 using CryEngine 3. So my thing is this, and I'm like, and you know what? I am going to talk on that platform here in a moment because, so that's the issue that people have been saying, or I guess like overall the reason why it's taken so long with the development, because as they were, I guess, developing the video game, then that's they also start developing the game engine that it's ran off of. And I think the game engine that it's ran off of, it's not whatchamacallit, freaking dang CryEngine. It's engine called Star Engine. So I think, and yeah, platforms. What games have they released on console history? I'm like, I know they ain't released no games on at least none that I can think of that I ain't seen on console. Oh, it's like games that have been the Grand Tour game. So that's like the one game. That was a game that was so the developers was Amazon Game Studios. I'm like, get them to develop Star Citizen, because I'm like, that game that they finished the development for that game. But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is that so somebody has said that the reason why the developing of Star Citizen has taken so long is because as they were developing Star Citizen, they are also developing their game engine. My thing is this. Why not develop that first and then work on the video game afterwards? So at least then, like, when the video game does, even if it's an early access or full release, at least, like, the game can be in a better state. But it's like, you're trying to focus on all these things at once, and it's like, fam, see, and I wanted to talk on that because I know with me, I got a lot on my plate when it comes down to content creating. I run 50 different YouTube channels. I have to upload. I'm doing this all by myself. So I run 50 different YouTube channels. I have to upload videos across all these channels. I have a podcast. I stream twice a day. I'm making music. I'm actively working on an album right now after putting out a regular album and a deluxe version of the album last year. And then just throughout like the past 5 years, I'm like, fam, I can't even name out how many songs I done put out. But it's like, yeah, I done had to compile them up in albums and all this other stuff, you know, uploading thousands of videos. I'm saying, like, I'm a pretty busy person when it comes down to my content creating career. But that's one thing that I make sure of, that whatever it is that I am working on, I'm going to make sure I finish it. So if I'm working on a video, you guys ain't gonna get the pre-alpha part of the video. You're gonna get the full video. Now I know that, yeah, the video and a video game are two different things. You know, one's a little bit easier to create than the other. But I'm like, fam, there have been times where I've had to create some complex videos. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and I'm working. That's one thing about it. Throughout my career, like, I have to say, like, I have challenged myself on when it comes down to making some videos and stuff, you know, and it's like, even having it where, and I know people will probably look at this as something silly, but I'm like, no, when I have to do a reaction video, whatever the video is, especially if it's a video where I don't know absolutely nothing about it, I have to do my best to improvise and come up with stuff to say. Even if I don't know what I'm talking about, or not so much as what I'm talking about, but what I'm reacting to, I still have to figure out things to talk about. You know, and same with my podcast. Like, there have been days where I have been mentally drained going through it, but I still managed to get a video done, a podcast episode, a live stream. I done had my technical difficulties. And guess what? I fixed that stuff and I go on about my business. But I'm not going to go and have it where it takes me 15 years to have a content creating career. You know? That's something that I'm like, I just find that hard to believe. But overall, though, yeah, that's what people have been saying, that the reason why Star Citizen has been taking so long with its development is because the developers are actively developing the engine that it's ran off of, and then they're trying to develop this video game. So my thing is this, right? So I had went and asked ChatGPT, like, what gaming devs use their own engines to develop video games and stuff, right? So anyways, it goes on to say several game developers use their own whatever that word is, engines to develop their games, often to have greater control over their tools and achieve unique visuals and or mechanics. Here are some notable examples. Some, not all, some developers with their own game engines. Epic Games, Engine, Unreal Engine, notable games, Fortnite, Unreal Tournament. While Unreal Engine is available for external use, it was originally created for their own games. Fortnite, I have to say, that's probably that's a video game that's pretty big. You know, it's like with all the different content that it has on there, I'm saying, like, I might have had my issues with Fortnite recently, but I can say that Fortnite is probably one of the biggest games in this world, not just because of how many people play it, but about how much content exists in that game. I'm saying you got it where, and they're still adding content to this day, but it's like you had the original zombie horde mode, and then they added the battle royale mode, then they decided to just give everybody creative control and have it where there's just a bunch of different modes probably coming out every single day. And then they just recently added, then they added the Lego builder mode, and then Lego Brick Life, the racing one. What else? And then this FPS mode where it's like, now they have it where it's like it's a first person shooter mode in there. So I'm saying, it's like you have it where they're like actively doing stuff to this game, but it's like, fam, at least I can say this much about Fortnite. The game is fully developed. At least I believe it is. But I'm like, I've recently, I don't know what's been going on, though, with Fortnite. I'm like, the game's been crashing on me. And I'm like, Star Citizen, my spaceship had blew up randomly. And I think, if it came down between two of the two, with Star Citizen, it's one of those things where I'm like, I guess that would be a much more better thing to deal with rather than the whole game crashing. But the thing is this, though. I'm like, okay, I can play Fortnite on my console. I won't have to worry. If it crashes on there, then I'm like, then something's going on with Fortnite. I'm like, they're going to have to come out with an update or something to fix it. But anyways, then the next one, ID Software, and their engine is called ID Tech, notable games, Doom series, and Quake series. Now, Quake I've never played, but I remember playing, it was that first new Doom game that came out. Not Doom Internal. I think it's either internal or external, whichever. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Doom games. Not so much as I don't like them. I haven't sat down and really played them. But I do remember playing a little bit of that first new Doom game. And yeah, I was like, that was a game that was fully developed. They didn't have no issues. They didn't have no problems. That's actually a game that I would probably go back and play just for the fun of it, because I'm like, yeah, it was a fully developed. Matter of fact, I wonder if I got that game on my Xbox. If I don't, then I'm like, that might be a game I end up buying or something. But no, let me just go ahead and check real quick, because I'm like, I feel that I might. Hold on for a second. Let me go, because I wonder if it's on the Xbox Game Pass. Let me check. So you got, hold on for a second. Death Square. Nope, that ain't it. Disneyland. Nope. Doom. Do they don't have Doom? Oh, no, yeah, they do. I wonder how much that was. 60 gigabytes? Yeah, I might end up having to. Oh, I wonder if it's available on the Xbox Game Pass on PC. Because if it is, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm playing it on PC. Because I'm like, nah, I don't know why, shooting games, it just overall plays better. No, I gotta check that real quick. Hold on for a second. I know I ain't got distracted, but I'm like, nah, let me just see something real quick. Dang, it's not available. That is messed up, man. I wonder if it's available on Steam. If it's available on Steam, because it's probably cheap too on Steam. Hold on for a second. I gotta check Steam and see what they got going on. Is this a new one? Dang, they got it for $3.99. That is cheap, bro. Oh, I might have to, cop that, because I'm like, nah, bro, it was a fun game. I liked it. But anyways, overall, though, that was a game that was fully developed. It didn't have no issues, all right? So anyways, next company, Valve, and their engine, Source Engine and Source 2, notable games, Half-Life series, Portal, and Dota 2. So, Half-Life, heard of it, never played it. Portal 2, I did play that. Dota 2, I have heard of that game. All those games, I don't think none of them games are in no early access. I can't remember the last time they came out with a Half-Life game. I know they got the old ones. Portal 2, like, all those games are old. But I'm like, I don't even think any of those games were in early access, for no 15 years and stuff, or, being developed for no 15 years. Then the next company, Rockstar Games, their engine, they call their engine Rage, but it's overall Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. Notable games, Grand Theft Auto series and Red Dead Redemption series. Now, if we're going to talk on any company, let's talk on, because I feel like I know Rockstar more than any other company, because I've been playing their games ever since I was a kid. And I'm like, that's one thing about it, from Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto, and then there's another complex game on this. Okay, so yeah, that's why I'm like, there is no excuses when it comes down to the development of things. I'm like, if my thing is this, if you guys are going to develop a video game, you need to develop the engine first, then the video game afterwards, not both of them at the same time. But no, let's just talk on Rockstar Games for a moment. I didn't play almost all of the Grand Theft Auto games. I had to say 1 and 2, I didn't get a chance to play. But anything after 3, played them games, alright? So, anyways, and then Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 probably being their most detailed game up to date. I had to say probably Rockstar Games' best video games have been Grand Theft Auto 4, 5, and Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Because I'm like, both of them games are, or all of those games are, it's amazingly built video games. And I'm like, all those games, they wasn't in no early access. So, I can't even think, has there ever been a time where any Rockstar games have been in early access? And I'm saying, I feel like if they were to do a game in early access, they ain't gonna take no 15 years to develop it and stuff. So, anyways, or even if it's, because what they said, so the game released, or they went into like full blown development in 2012, and then it released in 2017. So I'm like, yeah, it just, to me, it don't take that long to develop no video games, all right? So, anyways, where it's like, because my thing is this, no, I don't think they said, is there a release date for Star Citizen? Because I don't think nobody knows. That's the main release timeline. So, they say that Squadron 42, that's going to most likely come out, Nah, I think they got that wrong. Somebody said, this is from a year ago, so somebody thinks the game might come out this year, but I think I seen somewhere that the game. It's most likely Squadron 42. That's most likely gonna come out next year. But yeah, they don't have no release date. There's like so actually pushed back to 2026, so next year. And I'm like, you mean to tell me a game that's been in development for almost so it released it by okay. So if it went into development in 2012, I'm assuming but there's like the development stages was it happened in 2010. So I'm like, my thing is this, regardless of whenever the game went into development, for as long as it has taken, it shouldn't have been because when you look up like the oldest early or like the game that's been in early access for the longest, Star Citizen pops up. I talked about that in my video, and I'm like, it shouldn't take that long. You mean to tell me Rockstar Games, they could come out since 20? All right, so yeah, let's just say 2010. So let's just see all the different games that Rockstar Games has released since 2010, because they've released a lot of popular games. But anyways, games list of okay, so let's see from 2010 all the way up until now. Let's see what they done did. All right, so that came out. I don't know why they got it set up this way. Hold on for a second. Let me go back. It's like, cuz it's kind of weird how they have it set up, but anyways,
Flex your business with an American Express Business Gold Card. You'll earn 4 times membership rewards points on your top 2 eligible spending categories, like transit and electronics, each month, on up to $150K in combined purchases per year. Plus, you can now earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at AmericanExpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold, built for business by American Express.
Okay, so they have why does it have it set up like that? Dang. I'm just trying to look to see what games they had developed, and it's like, bro, okay, because I think, Red Dead Redemption 1, that came out in 2010, but it's like, they got, like, all these games. I'm like, bro, I don't even know which one to even look at. Okay, so they did Red Dead Redemption 1, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, which was a DLC, L.A. Noire, Max Payne 3, Grand Theft Auto iFruit. I've never even heard of that. But anyways, Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. Bully the Anniversary Edition, so a game that they redeveloped. L.A. Noire, the VR Case Files. Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Online, Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Remastered Edition. And then of course, Grand Theft Auto 6. That's gonna be coming out sometime this year and things. And my thing is this: they done develop all these different video games, but I'm like, what? Star Citizen? That game can't just come out. And then that's the crazy thing where it's like, you guys, all the money that you guys be making with this game, you would have thought that something would have been done with that game, but no, it hasn't. I'm like, the game, it's still this like just bugged out, glitchy game, and I'm like, okay, even I don't know if Elite Dangerous was developed on its own engine, but I'm just saying, like, if we're talking on a complex space game, Elite Dangerous, I'm like, I've been playing that a lot recently. X4 Foundations. I'm trying to think of some other space games. Yeah, you got a lot of different space games out there where it's all like they're very complex, but I'm like, where Star Citizen is at, I'm like, I think you guys are just trying to do way too much, and it's like, fam, it ain't necessary. But anyways, moving on. So Crytek, that was like one of the first games that came to mind, because I did play the Crysis series. I played 1, 2, and 3, and I'm like, I just still remember when they came out with that Crysis 2 trailer, and you just see all the detailing that went into the cutscenes and stuff, because everything that you seen in the trailer, I think that was like stuff in game, whether it was cutscenes or gameplay. So you mean to tell me that even with that company, and I feel like they had like a shorter amount of time, but still though, they came out with, let's just see when all those games had came out, just like the year span and stuff. All right, let's see, games developed. They did the first Far Cry. Wow, I did not know that. All right, I mean, I guess, but anyways, so they did Crysis, that came out in 2007. Then there's like that they did like a DLC, or I think it was a DLC, it was a standalone game, I don't know. But anyways, Crysis Warhead, Crysis 2, Crysis 3, Warface. I remember playing a lot of that game. They done came out with a lot of different video games, even remastering the Crysis games. Hunt Showdown. I'm saying, yeah, they done came out with a lot of different games under. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on for a sec. Oh no, so wait a minute. No, because I think Crytek, like, or the people behind that thing, they don't they own Crysis? I thought they did. Where it's like, because they say the publishers, and then that they got the studios. Overall, though, regardless, I'm like, yeah, it's like them guys with the Crysis games. I'm like, yeah, they done developed those games within their own engine. They done came out with numerous video games. All right, so anyways, next company, CD Projekt Red, and their notable and then their engine is called, I forgot to mention Crytek's thing. Theirs is called CryEngine. Then CD Projekt Red, theirs is called Red Engine. And notable games, The Witcher series and Cyberpunk 2077. Both very complex games, especially Cyberpunk 2077. More so talking on details and stuff. Bungie engine, Tiger Engine, notable games. Destiny series, but some of the early Halo series, I thought, like, I just thought that Bungie, they were behind Halo too. At least I remember them being behind Halo, unless we talking on a different Bungie. But if we just talking on Destiny, yeah, Destiny, them are some very detailed games too. Ubisoft, notable games. Assassin's Creed series, the Division series. I'm saying, yeah, Ubisoft got a gang of games that they done developed underneath their own engines, and I'm like, yeah, with Anvil engine and Snowdrop engine, and I'm like, the Division probably, I don't really know too much about the Assassin's Creed series, but I can say this much about the Division, that I'm like, that's a game where I'm like, it's very detailed. If you have not played the Division 1 and 2, play them two games, because I'm like, yeah, they done did a lot. But anyways, then the next one, From Software, their engine isn't named, but overall their series, the Dark Souls series and Elden Ring, very detailed video games. Naughty Dog, notable, and then their engine is called Naughty Dog Engine, notable games, The Last of Us and Uncharted series. So I'm like, damn, and I played a little bit of The Last of Us. I played 1 and 2 of the Uncharted video games, and yeah, I'm like, that's, again, no excuses. And then there's the other one, Kojima Productions engine, Decima engine, shared with Guerrilla Games, notable games, Death Stranding. That's a detailed game too. Insomniac Games, their engine isn't known. Spider-Man series and Ratchet and Clank series. Yeah, them Spider-Man games. And you mean to tell me Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and 2, all three of them games came out. No early access, no bugs, no problems. But Star Citizen can't come out. Okay, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. But anyways, Square Enix, and then their engine is called Luminous Engine, notable games, Final Fantasy X4, XV, and Forspoken. And then the next one, Bethesda Game Studios engine, Creation Engine, notable games, the Elder Scrolls series, Fallout series, and Starfield. And I'm like, my thing is this, all right? Starfield, I would have to say, if there's going to be any video game that's identical to Star Citizen, it's going to be Starfield. Because I'm like, to me, I feel like that was a pretty detailed video game. Now, I haven't really sat down and played that game because they got some questionable creatures in there. But from what I did play, I was like, yeah, from what I remember, it seemed like it's somewhere I'm like, I should have just saved my money on buying Star Citizen and just went on and just, fought whatever issues I had with Starfield and just play that. But anyways, but yeah, that's another one. And then there's, they say that their engine focus on open world RPGs with modding support. Maybe that's what Star Citizen needs. They need like a mod support thing. But anyways, and then the last one being EA Dice, and their engine, Frostbite engine, notable games, Battlefield series, Dragon Age, Inquisition, and FIFA. So I'm like, yeah, it's something where I'm like, look, bruh, you guys, just more so talking on the fans, you guys can try to defend this company all you want, but there's going to be a lot of people looking at them saying, like, something ain't right with what you guys got going on. For a video game to start its development in 2010, and then you guys decide to maybe switch it over to your own engine, and you still ain't did nothing with this game? I mean, come on now. It's a video game. If my thing is this, if you're sitting down day and night working on this video game, this game would have came out a long time ago. All right, so it's one of those things where I'm like, fam, you guys got to really sit down and think about it. It's like, okay, we ain't releasing the video game to dumb people. There's going to be some people that's going to question us and stuff. So, But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Overall, yeah, I just did this episode to just let people know. I'm like, yeah, there's been so many different companies out there that use their own engines to develop video games, and they made multiple video games within the series. So that's why I'm like, there ain't no, to me, with Star Citizen, there ain't no excuses. This video game should have been fully released a long time ago with no bugs and no issues with the game. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Happy New Year and peace.